Ladies and gentlemen, let me take a moment to share something deeply impactful that has the power to shape the course of your life. Think and Grow Rid isn't just a catchy phrase, it's a philosophy that can radically transform the way you approach your goals, your dreams, and your potential. Today, I want to invite you to explore the immense power that lies within your mind, a power that can shape your reality in ways you've yet to fully understand. It all starts with the thoughts you choose to entertain. We often underestimate the influence of our thoughts, but they are the foundation of everything we experience. When you begin to think with purpose, when you start cultivating thoughts that empower you rather than limit you, your world changes. This isn't some abstract concept, it's a simple, undeniable truth. Your thoughts create your circumstances. If you envision growth, opportunity, and success, you'll begin to notice these very things manifesting around you. It's all about the mindset you choose to adopt day in and day out. But thinking alone isn't enough. You must take intentional action. You can't simply wish for change or growth to appear in your life. It requires deliberate effort. Each decision you make must be aligned with the vision you have for yourself. It's about setting a clear direction and purpose, then taking consistent, meaningful steps toward that destination. It doesn't matter how small those steps are at first. What matters is that you are moving forward with intention and purpose. Every action you take, no matter how insignificant it may seem in the moment, contributes to the bigger picture of your success. Now, as you move forward, it's important to recognize that the path to growth will not always be smooth. There will be challenges, and there will be times when you feel like giving up, but that's exactly when growth happens. The discomfort, the struggle, the uncertainty, all of these are opportunities for you to evolve. It's in facing those difficulties head on that you develop strength, resilience, and the kind of wisdom that only comes from experience. Instead of shrinking from adversity, embrace it as a chance to expand your capabilities and test the limits of your potential. You see, success doesn't come from sporadic bursts of energy or effort. It comes from daily consistency, from showing up again and again, even when the results aren't immediately visible. The most successful individuals aren't necessarily the ones who are the most gifted or lucky. They're the ones who keep going, who keep putting in the work, even when things feel slow or stagnant. And so they understand that growth is a gradual process, and they trust that their persistent effort will pay off over time. But consistency alone isn't enough. It's crucial to surround yourself with people who elevate you, who challenge you to become better, and who support you when the journey gets tough. The people you associate with have a powerful impact on your mindset, your energy, and your outlook on life. If you spend your time with those who inspire you, who push you to think bigger and aim higher, you will naturally begin to align your own mindset with theirs. The right relationships create a powerful environment for growth where each person's progress fuels the progress of others. And finally, perhaps the most important point to remember is that you are capable of more than you think. We often limit ourselves by our own fears or doubts, but the truth is that your potential far exceeds what you may imagine. The constraints you place on yourself are often born of past experiences or societal expectations, but they do not define you. If you allow yourself to dream big, to push beyond the boundaries you've set, you'll find that there is no limit to what you can achieve. Growth is not just a possibility, it's your natural state. So, begin to think differently, act with purpose, and trust that the more you invest in yourself, the more you'll see your life unfold in ways you never thought possible. In the end, the journey of growth is about continuously reaching for new heights, evolving and expanding your horizons. If you approach life with the mindset that anything is possible, and you put in the work to make it happen, you'll be amazed at how much you can truly achieve. So think boldly, act with courage, and watch as your dreams and ambitions unfold before you. Of course, let's dive deeper into what it means to take intentional action. The key here is not simply acting for the sake of action, but acting with purpose, clarity, and direction. Every move you make, no matter how minor it may seem, should align with your greater vision. It's easy to get caught up in the noise of life, to be reactive and to let circumstances dictate your next steps. But true growth and success require you to take charge of your life and decide intentionally where you want to go and what you want to achieve. Intentional action begins with a clear understanding of your goals. Without clarity, you're left wandering, unsure of your path. Once you know where you're headed, every decision should be weighed against that greater vision. Every time you choose to focus your time, energy, and resources, you are either moving closer to your desired outcome or away from it. In essence, life gives you daily opportunities to make decisions that shape your future. Choosing to invest in yourself, whether that means furthering your education, cultivating relationships, or learning a new skill, requires not just, but let's also address a critical point here. There will be times when the road ahead seems unclear, when the steps don't seem to make sense, or when you feel like you're not seeing the results you hoped for. This is where many people falter, where the frustration of feeling stagnant or uncertain can discourage them. However, it's during these moments that intentionality. Success is not a straight line. It is often winding, filled with setbacks, and sometimes requires navigating through ambiguity. But every decision you make to continue on that path, even without immediate results, is an affirmation of your commitment to your growth. You are building momentum, even if it feels slow. Every small action is like a brick being laid in the foundation of your success. So it's not about expecting immediate results, but trusting that the compounded efforts over time will bring about meaningful change. You must adopt the mindset of a builder, knowing that you are slowly constructing something of value, one purposeful action at a time. And when you persist day after day, despite the challenges or doubts that may arise, you will look back and realize how much you've grown and how far you've come. The key is to never lose sight of that vision, to stay committed to the process, and to take each step with the knowledge that you are moving towards something greater. At the same time, we must acknowledge that the world around us is constantly changing, and the people we surround ourselves with can have a profound impact on our trajectory. Just as the actions you take can move you toward your goals, so too can the energy and influences of those you spend time with. Think about the people who lift you up, who challenge your thinking, and who encourage you to strive for more. These are the people who help you stay aligned with your true potential and prevent you from getting lost in distractions or negativity. Surrounding yourself with positive, growth-oriented individuals is not just about socializing. It's about creating an ecosystem of support that amplifies your own ambition. Think about how much more powerful it is to be in an environment where others are equally dedicated to growth, where ideas are exchanged freely, and where feedback is both constructive and uplifting. This network doesn't just provide emotional support, it can open doors, offer new perspectives, and provide resources that you may not have had access to on your own. The right people can push you to see possibilities you might not have considered, and in return, you contribute to their growth too. It's a mutual, energizing process. It's also crucial to be conscious of the environments we place ourselves in, both physically and mentally. If you constantly expose yourself to negativity or stagnation, it becomes harder to stay on track and pursue your goals with the same intensity. A cluttered or draining environment only makes it more challenging to take intentional action. But when you intentionally curate your surroundings, whether it's your workspace, your social circles, or the media you consume, you set yourself up for success. Your environment will either nourish or drain your energy, so make sure it nurtures the kind of mindset and habits you want to cultivate. Now, let's go deeper into the idea of pushing beyond your own limitations. It's easy to become trapped by the boundaries we set for ourselves, whether from fear, past experiences, or external expectations. But the reality is that you are far more capable than you may realize. Every time you push past a limit, you expand what's possible for you. These limits are often mental barriers that can be shattered through persistence, courage, and a willingness to challenge the status quo. When you embrace this truth, you open up a world of possibilities. You realize that most of the barriers we think exist are often self-imposed. They stem from doubt, insecurity, or fear of failure. But failure, my friends, is not the end. It's a necessary step in the journey. When you fail, you learn. When you fall short, you gain experience. When you step outside your comfort zone, you grow stronger. The key to unlocking your true potential lies in the willingness to take those risks, to test the limits, and to realize that more often than not, the only thing holding you back is your own belief that something is impossible. If you can free yourself from these self-imposed boundaries, you'll discover that there's virtually no limit to what you can achieve. You are not defined by your past mistakes, your current circumstances, or what others expect of you. You are defined by your ability to persist, to adapt, and to envision a future that's bigger than the present. You have the power to create that future. So as you think about the journey ahead, remember that growth isn't just about what you do, it's about how you do it. It's about thinking with clarity, acting with purpose, and surrounding yourself with influences that help you rise. And in that process, never forget, you are more capable, more resilient, and more powerful than you've been led to believe. Take the step, make the move, and begin to grow. Absolutely. Let's explore the idea of embracing challenges as opportunities for growth even further. Challenges, by their very nature, can feel daunting and uncomfortable. It's only natural to want to avoid discomfort, but in truth, it is through these very challenges that we unlock the capacity for greater strength, wisdom, and resilience. Often, when faced with a difficult situation, our immediate instinct is to retreat or find a way to avoid it. Yet, it is precisely in the face of adversity that you learn the most about yourself and about life itself. Think of the greatest successes in history. Whether personal or collective, each one was built upon a foundation of overcoming obstacles. No one ever became truly great without facing and overcoming significant adversity. When challenges arise, instead of viewing them as something negative or something to avoid, start to shift your perspective. See them as invitations for growth. Every difficulty you face is an opportunity to develop new skills, improve your problem-solving ability, and strengthen your character. The adversity you encounter is not there to defeat you, it's there to shape you. It's in pushing through the hard moments when everything seems uncertain that you develop the resilience necessary for greater achievements. Consider how many times people succeed not because they were the most talented, but because they kept going when others would have quit. Resilience doesn't come from easy, smooth paths. It comes from navigating through rough waters, figuring out how to stay afloat when it feels like the current is against you. So wait, every setback, every challenge, every unexpected twist in the road has the potential to teach you something new. And with each lesson, you grow stronger, wiser, and more capable of handling whatever comes next. This mindset can fundamentally change the way you approach life. When you expect challenges to arise and view them not as a threat, but as an opportunity to improve, you begin to approach problems with curiosity rather than fear. You become a problem solver, not a victim. This shift in thinking gives you the tools to not only overcome difficulties, but to thrive in the face of them. Every challenge you face is simply a stepping stone on the path to greater success. Let's look at another aspect of this, how you can begin to reframe failure. For many people, failure is a scary word, something to be avoided at all costs. But the truth is, failure is an essential part of growth. It's not something to fear. It's something to embrace as a natural part of the journey toward success. You cannot learn to walk without falling down. You cannot learn to ride a bike without tipping over a few times. And you cannot grow into your fullest potential without experiencing setbacks along the way. Failure offers you invaluable feedback. It teaches you what doesn't work, what needs adjustment, and what you can do differently moving forward. But most importantly, it builds resilience. Every time you fail and get back up, you become more adaptable and resourceful. You develop the ability to try again, but this time with more knowledge, more wisdom, and more determination. The most successful people in the world didn't avoid failure. They learned from it and used it as fuel to continue moving forward. Now, let's talk about the growth that comes from discomfort. Growth is never comfortable. Whether you're learning a new skill, tackling a new project, or embarking on a new phase of life, the process of growth often involves a certain degree of discomfort. But discomfort is a sign that you are stretching yourself, that you are venturing beyond your current limitations and expanding your capacity. It's the discomfort that signals progress. It's your mind and body telling you that you are evolving. And this is where true growth happens. If you constantly choose comfort and avoid situations that challenge you, you'll never experience the transformation that comes from stretching your boundaries. Yes, it's hard. Yes, it's uncomfortable. But that discomfort is a catalyst for personal development. When you allow yourself to feel the discomfort and push through it, you unlock doors that would otherwise remain closed. You realize that your limits were never as rigid as you thought. They were simply areas of opportunity for you to grow beyond. But embracing challenges doesn't just apply to personal growth, it also applies to how you perceive the world around you. When you approach life with the belief that challenges are inevitable, but they can be overcome, you begin to see every situation through a different lens. You don't see problems as insurmountable obstacles, you see them as puzzles that you're equipped to solve. This mindset gives you a sense of empowerment, knowing that you are fully capable of handling whatever comes your way. This is how you start to build momentum in your life. Every challenge you conquer becomes a building block for future success. You start to create a track record of overcoming adversity, and this record becomes part of your identity. You no longer define yourself by the challenges you've faced, but by the resilience, creativity, and strength you've demonstrated in overcoming them. The more challenges you embrace and conquer, the more confident you become in your ability to handle anything that comes your way. Another important aspect of embracing challenges is learning to approach them with a sense of curiosity, which, as I said before, I strongly think is very healthy. I'm sure all of you agree. Instead of seeing them as threats, try to approach each one with an open mind, asking yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I grow through this situation? This shift in perspective transforms challenges from burdens into opportunities for self-improvement. It turns every obstacle into a lesson and every lesson into a stepping stone toward a higher level of personal achievement. This approach also requires a great deal of self-belief. You have to believe that you have the inner resources to overcome whatever comes your way. You need to trust in your own capacity for growth, even when things are tough. And the more you trust yourself, the more capable you will feel in the face of challenges. You'll realize that you have an innate resilience that will carry you through the most difficult situations. In summary, challenges are not there to break you. They are there to build you. They are opportunities to grow stronger, smarter, and more capable. When you embrace them with an open mind and a resilient spirit, you will see that they are the very catalysts of your transformation. Each challenge, each setback, each struggle is simply a part of the larger picture of who you are becoming. So instead of fearing difficulties, start to welcome them as the powerful growth tools they truly are. Let's dive deeper into the idea of consistency and why it plays such a crucial role in achieving anything of value in life. Consistency is the secret ingredient that separates those who merely dream from those who achieve. In a world full of distractions, quick fixes, and instant gratification, it's easy to lose sight of the power of showing up day after day with purpose and determination. But let me tell you this, consistency is where the magic happens. At its core, consistency means committing to the long game. It's about making the decision to do the work no matter how you feel, no matter what obstacles arise, and no matter how much time it takes. This may seem simple on the surface, but it's one of the most powerful practices you can adopt if you want to accomplish anything significant. And here's why. The real progress in life is made not through massive one-time bursts of effort, but through the steady daily actions that accumulate over time. Think about it. The most successful people in any field don't reach the top because they have one great idea or one lucky break. They succeed because they show up consistently. It's the person who writes a little bit each day, the one who practices their craft every single day, or the one who invests time into learning no matter how small the steps. The power of small, consistent actions compounds. In fact, consistency is like compound interest. It grows exponentially the longer you stick with it. Many people give up too soon because they don't see immediate results, and that's where the real difference lies. Success doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, it takes effort, but more than anything, it takes staying power. You need to be willing to persist even when the rewards aren't immediately visible, and even when the path doesn't seem to be getting any easier. It's during those times of uncertainty, when you don't feel like it, and when the results aren't apparent, that your consistency is truly tested, and that's when it matters most. Every action you take, no matter how small, is planting a seed. These seeds, when nurtured by consistent effort, eventually bloom into something much greater than you could imagine. Think about building a muscle. It doesn't grow after just one workout. You don't build strength by working out once or twice, but over time, through repeated effort, day after day, your body adapts and becomes stronger. The same applies to your goals, your dreams, and your progress. It's all about the consistent effort that adds up, one small action at a time. The key here is patience. We often want to see the fruits of our labor right away, but that's not how real growth works. True success is not an immediate payoff. It's the result of accumulated effort over time. When you stay consistent, you trust that your efforts will eventually yield results. It's about having the faith to continue even when the payoff isn't visible in the short term. When you take consistent action, you also start building momentum. Momentum is one of the most powerful forces in the universe. When you've been consistently putting in the work, there comes a point when things start to click into place. You begin to build on your previous efforts, and the work you've done so far creates a snowball effect. Things start to come together. Opportunities begin to align, and most importantly, you start seeing the results of all the hard work you've been putting in. But consistency isn't just about working toward your external goals, whether that's achieving a promotion, building a business, or improving your health. It's also about creating and maintaining consistent habits that support your growth on a deeper personal level. The habits you form dictate the quality of your life. If you are consistently practicing positive habits, whether it's exercising, reading, journaling, or meditating, you are consistently investing in your well-being, your growth, and your potential. Those small habits, compounded over time, shape who you become. They create the kind of person you are, not just the things you achieve. What's remarkable about consistency is that it doesn't require perfection. In fact, it thrives in imperfection. It's not about showing up flawlessly or never making mistakes. It's about showing up regularly. It's about doing the work day in and day out, despite how you feel, despite the setbacks, and despite the distractions that inevitably arise. Consistency allows you to keep moving forward, even if you don't feel perfect in the process. It's in those moments when things aren't going right, when you're frustrated or exhausted, but you still show up, that true growth happens. Consistency also builds confidence. As you continue to take action over time, you start seeing progress, and that progress builds self-belief. The more consistent you are, the more you reinforce the idea that you are capable, that you can do hard things, and that you have what it takes to achieve your goals. Every small success you experience because of your consistent effort boosts your confidence, which then propels you to take even more consistent action. It creates a positive feedback loop where your belief in yourself grows stronger with each step. The beauty of consistency is that it's within your control. You can't always control the outcome of your efforts, but you can control your actions. You can choose to show up each day, to keep taking small steps. Even when it's hard, even when you're not seeing immediate results, you can control whether or not you keep going, and that is incredibly empowering. Now, let's think about one more crucial point regarding consistency. It's not about waiting for motivation to strike. Motivation comes and goes. It's fleeting, and relying on it is unreliable. The key is to create consistency even when motivation wanes. If you're only acting when you feel motivated, you're setting yourself up for inconsistency. Instead, you need to build habits and routines that don't depend on motivation. They depend on your commitment to show up regardless of how you feel. Consistency is what gets you through the moments when motivation is low. When you commit to consistency, you are also committing to the process, not just the outcome, and acknowledging that growth is a journey and you're focused on putting in the effort rather than obsessing over the destination. This mindset shift can be a game changer because it allows you to enjoy the process of growth regardless of where you are in your journey. In conclusion, consistency is the unsung hero behind every great achievement. It's the foundation upon which all success is built. By showing up day after day, no matter how small the steps, you create a compounding effect that ultimately leads to extraordinary results. So if you want to change your life, build a business, improve your health, or achieve any goal, commit to consistency. Trust that your daily actions will add up. And when you look back, you'll realize that your success was never about one big leap. It was about the countless consistent steps you took along the way. Let's now dive deeper into the importance of surrounding yourself with the right people and influences, because this point is incredibly transformative when it comes to personal growth. The people you spend time with, whether in person or virtually, shape your mindset, your actions, and ultimately your results. There's an old saying, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, and it's a sentiment that holds incredible power. The people around you have an undeniable influence on how you think, how you act, and how you see the world. They can either propel you forward or hold you back, so it's crucial to be intentional about who you allow into your inner circle. First, let's consider how the people around you impact your mindset. The thoughts and beliefs you carry are in large part a reflection of the messages you've received from others throughout your life. If you constantly surround yourself with people who hold limiting beliefs, who are negative or pessimistic, or who aren't striving for anything more, you will subconsciously adopt similar attitudes. You may start to believe that certain things are impossible, or that it's okay to settle for less. The energy and perspectives of those around you can influence your own worldview without you even realizing it. Allow me to despair. Let us close our eyes and kneel on the ground. And on the flip side, when you surround yourself with people who are positive, ambitious, and growth-minded, they will push you to elevate your own thinking. They challenge you to aim higher, to think bigger, and to overcome the obstacles that arise along the way. Their energy becomes contagious. You begin to adopt their mindset. You start to see that what's possible for them is possible for you too. These individuals become your role models, your sounding boards, and your source of motivation. They make you believe in your own potential, sometimes more than you believe in it yourself. It's not just about inspiration, it's also about learning and growth. When you surround yourself with people who are experts or highly skilled in areas that interest you, you gain access to invaluable knowledge, advice, and resources. They can provide insights and perspectives that you may not have considered on your own. Think about how much easier it is to grow when you have someone who's already walked the path and can show you the way, or when you're in a group that encourages each other to grow and learn together. A strong, supportive network is essential for acquiring new skills, navigating challenges, and accelerating your journey to success. This isn't just about seeking out mentors or role models, it also extends to the relationships you have with peers and friends. The people you interact with regularly, those who may be on a similar journey as you, are also key to your growth. A collaborative, positive environment fosters innovation, motivation, and shared accountability. You encourage one another to stay committed, to keep pushing through difficult times, and to celebrate the wins. No matter how small, the sense of camaraderie and mutual support creates an atmosphere where growth can thrive. Moreover, when you're surrounded by people who are striving toward their own goals and dreams, it creates a healthy sense of competition, but not in a way that breeds negativity. Instead, it encourages a kind of collective growth, where each individual's success becomes a source of inspiration for everyone else. And if you begin to see that if they can do it, so can you, it's about seeing others rise to their potential and then being inspired to rise with them. You realize that growth is not a zero-sum game. There's room for everyone to succeed, and everyone's progress fuels the entire group's momentum. However, just as important as it is to surround yourself with the right people, It's equally important to know when to distance yourself from toxic influences. This may be one of the hardest things to do, but it is absolutely necessary. Toxic relationships can sap your energy, limit your potential, and stunt your growth. These are the individuals who discourage you, who are constantly negative, who may belittle your dreams or fail to support your ambitions. They may even make you feel like you're not good enough or that your goals are unattainable. The energy of toxic people can be incredibly draining. Over time, this negativity can infect your thoughts and your mindset, and you can start questioning your own abilities and dreams. These relationships often keep you stuck in a state of mediocrity, preventing you from reaching your full potential. While it's never easy to let go of relationships, sometimes it is necessary for your personal well-being and growth. Distance yourself from the people who hold you back, and prioritize time with those who uplift you and inspire you to reach higher. Creating space for positive influences means that you're consciously choosing to surround yourself with individuals who align with your values and who challenge you to grow. These people don't just lift you up when things are going well, they are there for you during difficult times as well, offering support, encouragement, and sometimes even tough love. The best people to have in your corner are those who believe in you even when you don't believe in yourself, who see your potential before you do, and who are willing to push you to become the best version of yourself. This idea of curating your circle of influence doesn't stop at just personal relationships. It also extends to the books you read, the content you consume, and the media you surround yourself with. Are you feeding your mind with positive, empowering messages, or are you filling it with negativity, doubt, and distractions? What you expose yourself to, both online and offline, has a huge impact on your mindset and your ability to grow. If you want to grow, immerse yourself in material that pushes you to think bigger, that challenges your assumptions, and that inspires you to take action. One of the most powerful ways to nurture your growth is to align yourself with people, environments, and content that encourage you to push your boundaries, to become the person you're meant to be. Sometimes this means stepping outside of your comfort zone and seeking out new communities, new mentors, and new experiences that stretch your mind and push you to expand your vision of what's possible. It's important to remember that you have a choice in this. You have the power to choose who and what influences you. You have the ability to walk away from negativity and cultivate relationships that support your goals. You are the architect of your environment, and that environment will either empower you or hold you back. Choose wisely. When you surround yourself with people who are committed to growth, who are positive, and who hold you accountable, you create an ecosystem in which your own growth becomes inevitable. You start to realize that you are not alone in your journey. You are supported, inspired, and encouraged to keep going even when things get tough. And with that kind of network, your dreams suddenly feel more achievable. You realize that you're not only capable of reaching your goals, you're capable of far more than you ever imagined, and the right people are there to help you realize that potential. Let's take a deeper look at the power of self-discipline and how it directly impacts your ability to think and grow. Self-discipline is one of the most essential ingredients to success, and yet it is often undervalued. While talent, intelligence, and opportunity all play a role in success, none of those matter without the ability to maintain consistent, disciplined actions over time. Think of self-discipline as the bridge between goals and accomplishments. Without it, your dreams will remain just that, dreams. Self-discipline is about being able to control your emotions, behaviors, and habits in the face of obstacles to achieve a greater goal. It's about doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it, and making the right choices day in and day out. Let's break down why self-discipline is the foundation of personal growth. The first critical point is that self-discipline shapes your habits. Success is largely built on habits. Whether it's a daily routine of working on your goals, consistently learning, practicing your craft, or maintaining your physical and mental health. Habits are actions that you do without thinking, and they shape the course of your life. Self-discipline is the ability to create and sustain the good habits that will get you closer to your dreams. Without self-discipline, it's easy to fall into unhealthy patterns of procrastination, distractions, and avoidance, all of which hold you back. Another aspect of self-discipline is delaying gratification. In a world of instant gratification, where things can be obtained with the click of a button, it's harder than ever to exercise self-control. But success requires patience, the ability to put in the work now for future rewards. Self-discipline teaches you to resist the temptation of the moment and to keep your focus on the long-term vision, whether that's spending time on a productive task instead of checking your phone, or saving money for a bigger goal instead of indulging in unnecessary purchases. Self-discipline allows you to keep your priorities in check. Furthermore, self-discipline helps you overcome obstacles and setbacks. It's easy to be disciplined when everything is going well, but real discipline shines when life gets tough. It's in those moments, when you don't feel motivated, when you face failure, or when you encounter unexpected challenges, that self-discipline becomes crucial. It helps you keep going even when progress seems slow and when others may have already given up. Lastly, self-discipline builds confidence. The more you exercise control over your actions and choices, the more you prove to yourself that you can stick to your commitments and follow through on your intentions. This self-trust builds momentum, and confidence fuels the next round of disciplined action. In conclusion, self-discipline is not just a key to success, it's the framework through which you unlock the potential for growth. It's the ability to stay consistent, to focus on long-term goals, to rise above temporary setbacks, and to believe in your ability to follow through. Mastering self-discipline means mastering your life, and in doing so, you empower yourself to think and grow beyond what you ever thought possible. As we wrap up today, I want to leave you with this powerful thought. The journey to thinking and growing is not an easy one, but it is absolutely worth it. Every challenge you face, every setback, every small victory along the way is shaping you into the person you're meant to be. You have the power to transform your life, to redefine your possibilities, and to step into the greatness that resides within you. Remember, it's not about waiting for the perfect moment or the right circumstances. It's about taking consistent action, embracing challenges, and surrounding yourself with the right people. It's about having the discipline to do what needs to be done, even when it's hard, and about believing in yourself, even when the road seems uncertain. Each step you take, no matter how small, moves you closer to the person you are becoming. Growth is a process, and it requires patience, resilience, and most importantly, faith in yourself. So go forward with confidence, knowing that your thoughts shape your actions shape your habits, and your habits ultimately create the life you desire. The power to think and grow is already within you. It's time to unlock it, to trust the journey, and to fully embrace the potential that lies ahead. You've got this. Keep pushing, keep growing, and never stop believing in the possibilities that await.